What's going on, guys? Bashar Ketu here, Amazon FBA seller and mentor. Thank you very much for joining me here. So today I actually decided to go at 12 o'clock Eastern time, as I have been getting a lot of requests to go at that time. I am actually adding another channel. I'm adding YouTube. YouTube, you're amazing. Thank you very much for actually adding the live now, because I honestly never went on YouTube. But I've always been wanting to go on YouTube, and it was just insane seeing that just yesterday, as I was actually trying to figure out how to go live on YouTube. So now I'm live on Facebook, Instagram, just like always, but I'm also live on YouTube. So this is pretty awesome, pretty amazing, little feature that YouTube added. So today's video, we will be talking about 4 things that will change your Amazon FBA business in 2018. It is very important video, and I would really highly suggest you guys to, as you know, I'll be sharing a few things. I'm also taking questions. So if you guys have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. I'll be more than happy to answer them. If I ever, if I don't, get to your questions right away. So Saeed, what's going on, buddy? How are you? If you have any questions for me, go ahead and leave them in the comments below. As I told you guys, if I don't get to your questions right away, I'll be more than happy to go back. And also for YouTube, I do post every day at 4 p.m. Might be changing that, making it a little bit earlier, maybe like at 12 p.m. or something like that. I'm just trying to see, what would be more convenient for you guys and whatnot. Hey, Anna, how are you? How you doing today? So once again, guys, in today's video, I'll be talking about 4 things that you can do in 2018 that will drastically change your Amazon FBA business. And the first thing that you'd be starting with, or the first thing you'd really want to do, is honestly product research. In all of my videos, literally any of my video that I post, you guys see that I am always talking about product research, that I am always talking about, take your time doing product research, take your time, actually doing the steps, taking the steps that will eventually or later on, help you out in the long run. The reason why I say that is because right now you might be eager, and the same thing with me is I was eager. I was very excited when I first started, and I really wanted to start seeing results. Yasser, what's going on, buddy? How are you? So at first I just wanted to jump on things, and I just wanted to, get things going right away. But the problem was I got too excited too quickly, and I know that's a problem that many of you guys have now. And you may miss a few things. I know that my first product, and that's also another thing that I'll be actually talking about, which actually leads me to point number 2. The first product that I found, I jumped on right away, and before I knew it, I actually, as it was actually getting shipped to the US or to Amazon's warehouse, I actually realized that it was seasonal product. And I also mentioned this a lot of times in many of my videos. So, that is something that you guys really need to look into, is product research, making sure that your product isn't something that, is only going to sell for a month or 2 or 3 months. You want a product that's, that sells all throughout the year. You want a product that sells all the time, and yet you can scale, which is why I don't like to depend on retail arbitrage. I do retail arbitrage and online arbitrage, but it only makes about 10 to 15% of my business. It does not make a whole lot more of my business, to be honest with you. But that's because I like to have one product that I can depend on it to sell 10, 20, 30 units a day and profit $5, $6, $7 per unit sold, and that I can scale that business up. You know what I mean? I'm trying to make money here long run, not just go for a couple days or a couple weeks or a couple months and then that's it, and then it's just continuous hustle pretty much, which I don't mind, but I want something that I can scale. So that's what it comes with retail arbitrage. So number 1 thing is product research. Number 2 thing, as I was telling you guys earlier when I first started my Amazon business, because I actually I got too excited. I thought I found two products. Once again, I didn't know any better. And what I did was I actually just jumped on the second product. But the reason why I say launch one product at a time, and even if you found two products that are amazing, launch the best one and then just wait until the first one comes in, run with it for a little bit, just kind of, watch it grow, watch it do its thing little by little. And then after that, once you have, ran with it for a little bit, then go ahead and actually launch the second product. Because look, especially when you're a beginner, especially when it is your first time launching a product, I don't care if you're being mentored. I don't care who mentors you. I don't care whatever. It will beat you, okay? You will be discouraged. Things are just not going to go that well. I still remember it took me 3 products in almost 6 months and nearly $10,000 to become profitable. Now, that takes us to point number 3, but, launch one product at a time. Now, we do have a question, so let me go ahead and take that. So Anna says, so I have a question. When contacting suppliers, do you recommend contacting suppliers about our top 3 products at the same time, or just pick one to start with? Once again, as I was just saying right now, launch one product at a time. Now, if you want to see which one would be more cost effective, if you want to see which one would be best to actually, so let me repeat the question one more time just to make sure the other channels got it. The question said, I have a question. Well, okay, obviously. When contacting suppliers, do you recommend contacting suppliers about top 3 products at the same time, or just pick one to start with? So as I was saying earlier, I would honestly pick one product that you really feel comfortable with, that you feel that this is the product, right? Like, be 100% convinced, okay? Now, when you contact them, now here's the thing, your strategy might be, because one of my product research criteria is making sure that your cost price does not exceed 25% of your selling price, right? So you might have to actually contact suppliers about 3 different products to see which one will fit that criteria, right? And once again, as I always say, those rules or those criteria that I have are not set in stone. So you could find a product that is 30%, that'll cost you 30%, even 35%. I mean, I've had products that cost me 40% of my selling price, but they sell well. I'm selling 20, 30 units a day. I'm making $6, $7 profit per unit, so I'm doing good, right? Although it is high percentage, but I'm doing good. And I only had to do PPC and giveaways in the beginning. After that, everything else is profits. I'm already on page 1. So, but these are just things, it's like your set rules and laws. You don't always go by the law, although the law is there for you to actually abide by it and follow it, but we don't always follow the law. The speed limit down the street here is 65. I don't always go 65. I sometimes go 70, sometimes go 75, but 65 is the limit that I need to keep thinking, okay, I need to be at 65, you know what I mean? So I don't go 90, but I go 70, 75 sometimes, so it's the same concept here. Now, the second question Anna had was, how do you recommend we scale up? So, I mean, look, first of all, you need to have a good selling product. Number one thing, if your product does not have demand, which is why I work 19 hours a day, and I spend 17 hours of the 19 hours reaching out to you guys, reaching out to as many of you guys as I can and helping you guys out. Because, and I always say this, I say, dude, I offer free product analysis. So if you guys find a product, take a screenshot, whether you are using Viral Launch or Jungle Scouts or whatever, Amazon Scouts or whatever other app there's out there, just any Chrome extension, take a snap of it, be sure that you guys cover the product, be sure that you guys cover the category, and send it over to me, and I'll analyze it for you guys. Anna, if your product, if there is not enough demand for it, it's difficult to scale it up. I get contacted by tens of sellers from India, Pakistan, even the US, other countries, crying. I launched 10, 20 products and I can't see any sales. Why? And I say, because I'm sorry, but you're retarded. Nobody launches that many products all at once. You want to launch 1, 2 products and then just kind of scale them up and then go from there. But you need to find a product that has demand. And scaling up literally just comes with time. First of all, you need your reviews to keep going. So in yesterday's video, I explained how within the first 48 hours to 72 hours, you should get between 5 to 7 reviews, whether they're verified or unverified, and then start getting your sales up by doing giveaways and PPC and such, right? But you need to keep continuing, getting more reviews as you go, because you need to keep, getting your product ranking up higher, because the higher sales, the higher rankings, and then the higher reviews, the higher rankings, and then also the sellers before you, their sales keep going up, their reviews keep going up, so they keep going up the ladder, and you need to keep going up that way too. But then as you continue to sell, your product just automatically it's like snowballs, it just keeps snowballing. It keeps getting better and better and better. Now, another question says, that's what I meant as way to pick up the most profitable product number one. Okay. Emmett Edison went to add next product, once product, once successful. Yes. So this is what you do, right? So as I was telling you earlier, don't launch more than one product at a time. YouTube doesn't seem to get it yet. I guess I need to work on YouTube. I don't have anybody watching there yet. So, hey, it is what it is, right? They can watch it and replay. Instagram and Facebook seem to be doing good. Instagram, go ahead and leave me any comments or questions. I'll be happy to take them. So, yes, Anna, what you do is you take one product at a time. You scale it. You make sure you get it. So let's say you have a goal. So let's say, my goal when I teach, I teach you guys to find profitable items that will make you a minimum profit of $3,000 a month. And the way we do that is we find something that sells at least 300 units a month at a $10 profit. That's 3,000. Now, once again, that's not set in stone. If you find something that sells if you find something that makes you only $7 a unit sold, and after that it goes to let's say your sell, but it sells 450 units a month. Essentially, that is about the same, so that is okay. So just kind of do it that way. Isabel, how about your MOQ to start? Sorry for all the questions. No worries. This is why I'm here. So so for the minimum quantity, I always say do not start with more than 200 units. And the reason why for that, and that actually was going to be my point 4 in things that will help your improve your Amazon FBA business. And the reason for that is because you want to start small. Look, I think it was yesterday or the day before, I made a video. Rami Tomika, what's happening, my man? How are you, cuz? So just a couple of days ago, I actually posted a video about how to start Amazon FBA with as little as $1,000. Okay, and the reason and the way you could do that is by starting small and scaling up. I always say in all of my channels, all of my videos, all of my posts, that one of the biggest mistakes that I personally made, and one of the biggest problems that I personally had, was starting too big. Okay, and I actually started a business at 23 years old. I spent a couple $100,000, and I had no experience in it. I started way too large, and before you know it, I was failing, and I could not pick myself up because I started too big, and it was just too big of an investment for me. It was just too big of a business for me. I could not handle it. I did not have no experience. So every time you start something, you want to do some thorough research, but don't get stuck in details. Don't get stuck in just, okay, well, you know what, I need to do research, but then what about this? Like, I get a lot of people hitting me up every single day telling me, oh, well, I've been doing product research. I've been watching this product for 3-4 months now, and I just can't seem to pull the trigger. And I'm just like, 3-4 months? I mean, come on, I would have launched like 3 products. What are you waiting for? How is it? Let me see it. Let me check it out. Is it a good product? Is it not a good product? If it is, go for it. If it's not, just kill it. Go about the next product. You know what I mean? So definitely, do your product research, do thorough research, but you need to pull the trigger. If you're not going to make it happen, if you're not going to pull the trigger, things are just not going to, get better. You need to actually pull the trigger, and you need to actually start making it happen. Now, another point, and one of the most important points for how to improve your Amazon FBA business in 2018, is finding somebody who has already done this before you. Listen, once again, as I always say, I am not trying to promote my course at all here, but what I'm saying, I don't care who your mentor is, okay? What I'm saying is you guys need to go and find you somebody who's already done this before you. Somebody who's already, gone through the steps. Somebody who's already, and it's like, sometimes I think about it, it's like, and I think I said this in one of my videos yesterday. Why okay, let me ask you guys a question. The ones from the US. I don't know if Yelp.com is all over the world, but I know it's in the US. For me, whenever I try to go on a go to a new restaurant, the first thing I do is I actually go on Yelp. Every time me and my wife want to go check out a new restaurant, first thing we do is we go to Yelp.com, okay? And what we do is we find other people that have already been there and see what they think about the place. So what we try to do is we try to base our experience upon people who have already gone and done the research before us, already spent their money, to let us know what they feel about it. And it's the same thing with Amazon FBA. It's the same thing with any business. Why not piggyback on somebody else's experience, on somebody else's knowledge? I mean, look, it is going to cost you money, but if you think about it, okay, so if I'm going to do it by myself, right? I know nothing, and I'm going into this all new. I'm going into this just right now, okay, and I'm going to do it all fresh. Well, how long is it going to take me to do it? How many mistakes am I going to make on the way there? How many things am I going to miss because I just don't know about them? You know what I mean? You just don't know this stuff. You just don't know everything. But when somebody has already done it, somebody's already proven to you that they've already done it and they're successful at it, why not use their knowledge and their experience, piggyback on their knowledge? Why reinvent the wheel? Just use the wheel that's already there for you and just pretty much follow the steps. The time that you're going to waste and the money that you're going to waste over time, believe me, is worth a lot more in value, in time, and in actual money than what you are actually going to pay somebody to become their student, to have them mentor you. Now, here's the thing. Do your research. 70% of my students have taken at least another or two courses before they join my course. And the reason why they keep taking courses, the reason why they took my course first, before taking my course, they did not do thorough research. They did not understand who they were going into business with. They did not understand who their teacher was going to be, right? The problem with a lot of the mentors nowadays out there, they're not just mentors. And I said this in one of my videos yesterday. Imagine going to a class, sitting down, watching a bunch of videos. Every time you have a question, you raise your hand. 15 minutes later, your professor says yes. And then you go, talking about what your question is for like a good 30 seconds to a minute. And then your professor looks at you like you're dumb and just answers you with a word or a sentence. Just imagine that. That's the same thing that's happening with mentors now out there, okay? They learn something and they think they know it all, and they go and try to help each other or help people out there, but yet they don't really know what the hell they're talking about, and their students are just stuck with them because they paid a few $100s and they don't want to go find another mentor. So find you somebody that's already done this, somebody that actually cares 2.5 shits about you and your success, and somebody that will actually be there for you whenever you need help. Listen, I give out my cell phone number to everybody, all of my students. I have students from all over the world hitting me up at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. They wake my ass up and I answer their questions, and I'm happy to do it. It is annoying, but this is what I signed up for. You know what I mean? So I need you guys to understand. Please find a mentor that gives 2.5 shits about you. Now, we have a question on Instagram. Yes, sir, my friend. Sorry that it took me a second to read your question, but it says, should I trust the Jungle Scout average unit sale number, and how to investigate that this is product sale and is the sale and only indicate that I have to check? Okay, so here's the thing. If you downloaded Jungle Scouts, I'm not sure if this is the same or this is true with Viral Launch. If you downloaded Jungle Scouts, I always recommend, if you have a tight budget, start with the $100. Don't go for the Pro. That's $200. This is what I have, but start with the $100. That's fine. What you do is actually there is the product tracker, which you can buy for, I think, $29.99 for 6 products tracked per month. And you can actually, that's a web app also, as aside from being a product tracker. So what you do is you buy that, and you actually can go and track the actual day-to-day sales of the product and you can, I think you can go back a full month. This is how I, this is what I do when I like a product and I like to do thorough research. I use that. Okay. I have all those. So this is what I use, my man. Is that not working out? Let me know. Maybe we can, we can work another thing. Official Johnnyology. What's going on, my man? How are you? Corey Gaskins says, thank you for providing me with so much help and insight over the past few weeks. Keep doing what you are doing, brother. Thank you, my man. I really appreciate it. You're a great man. Let me know anytime you have any questions. I am here to answer. So YouTube, I guess, still don't get it. I don't know if I have to set some reminders or something. I don't know. Do you guys know anything about YouTube? This is my first time going live on YouTube, honestly. Yeah, sir. Is it accurate? Yes. According to my knowledge, it is accurate. I don't have any other ways better than that to actually, find out if it's not accurate or not. I've always used the product tracker, and I depend on it, and it's done me pretty well. So, let's see here. I have a product idea, and I consume myself with too much research, money a bit tight, but it would be possible to do product with $500. Yes, definitely. If you actually watch my video from, I think it was yesterday, I posted, and it was actually how to start Amazon FBA with as little as $1,000. So go ahead and check it out. And I have everything broken down. What should go to a product, what should go, and I mean, just look at it this way. So with $500, you're probably not looking at more than 100 units, maybe even a little bit less. If you only have $500, I always suggest to have at least $1,000, just because you need the jungle scouts. You need, a few other things. If you're, looking for a mentor, I also have that in there for $1,000, because my, I do break down my my mentoring program into payments, and the first payment is $133 for, I break it down over 3 weeks, so you can actually get me as your mentor also. But if it is only $500, you can start, if you find a product for $4 or something like that, times 100, that's $400. You'll have another $100 to mess around with for PPC and whatnot. But it's definitely doable. Corey Obishar, an update for you. I do like Viral Launch Chrome extension better than Jungle Scout, but I'm switching over to Jungle Scout for the web app because they have some better features in my opinion. Awesome, man. Whatever works for you. Once again, I think they're both great. Great. Tools out there. There are other tools. I know there's some free tools, but I always say whatever is free is really not worth it, because if it really, was something, if it really was anything, it wouldn't be free. So anyways, I'm really happy that it actually worked for you. Yeah, sir. Thanks, Bashar. I really appreciate your information. No problem, man. Anytime. So YouTube still doesn't seem to get it. That's fine. I'll see what's happening here. I still don't have anybody watching me. Yay. That's amazing. But hopefully they'll see it when, when we come back and replay. Tom, do you use a professional copywriter for your listings? No, I'm the professional copywriter, my man. I write all my copy. I honestly base my copyright, or I base my copy or details or anything off of other listings, and I literally look at the top 3 listings, right? And I see how their listings look like. And I honestly pretty much I put all 3 together, I copy it, and then I kind of make it in my own words. The reason why I do that is because there's a reason why they are in the top 3, right? And then typically if there's an Amazon choice, or if there's a bestseller, I of course go for those guys. But that's honestly what I do. And then I also have a video. If you go to my playlist on YouTube, free Amazon FBA course, I do have, about how to list the product, and then details and description and all that in there. So there's a video about that. On Instagram, do you do shares live broadcast? Yeah. So after this is done, I'll be sharing it on my live. So if you go on my story, you'll see it. You'll see the whole thing. This actually is a lot longer than I expected. Almost 25 minutes. That's crazy. Anyways, guys, I'll be wrapping this up here. If you guys have any last questions, please drop them in the comments below right now. I'll go for another 30 seconds. Thank you, YouTube. You're amazing. I really appreciate you putting the live button here. It makes everybody's life easier, but I don't have anybody watching me, so that's amazing. Yay. But anyways, if you guys have any questions, drop them in the comments below. Once again, guys, Bashar, get to your Amazon FBA seller mentor. YouTube, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Aside from that, guys, I really appreciate it. And I really would love to actually join you guys and, help you guys out as much as possible. I am offering a discount on my course. If you guys pay a one-time, make a one-time payment, it's $85 with promo code Bashar, BASHAR 85. If you guys are actually want a full payment plan, I do offer a 3-week payment plan. You pay 3 payments of $133 over 3 weeks, so that way you could start your Amazon business with only $1,000. Aside from that, guys, thank you very much all for watching. Thank you all for questions. Leave them in the comments. I'll come back if you guys have more comments, and I'll answer them. I'll also come back to the comments here on Instagram and Facebook and actually type them up in case if somebody's watching this and doesn't want to watch the whole video to get the questions answered. Guys, once again, Bashar, get to Amazon and be a seller and mentor. I'll see you all in the next video. I'll have a great day.